Hello, everyone. This is Stacy Schroeder, Regional Director for the Institute for Management Studies. This quick video is to give you a little more insight into what we call the learning journey. So learning is all about changing behaviors and growing skills. And that doesn't happen in just one event or a couple-hour program. It's a journey. So IMS has made the concerted effort to build in additional components to make sure that we're providing all leaders with the opportunity to practice their skills and really cement their new learning. So what I have on my screen is an example of a customized landing page. So this is something you would receive access to within 2 days of your attendance at an IMS learning journey, so a 3-hour virtual session, for instance. So this is for a program that was recently held with Dr. Clinton Longnecker. And I'm going to show you some different components of this page. So as we scroll down, there's a discussion board, and Dr. Longnecker will get notified as soon as you post a comment or question, and he'll reply to you right within this platform. We've also got the full recording of the session, so you'll be able to watch the video, you can stop and start it. All you'll need to do to access it is enter the email address you used when you registered for the program. And then we also curate related lessons. So these are videos, there's articles, there's tools and templates, either from Dr. Longnecker or other thought leaders that relate to the topic that he led a session on. And then we've also got some tools. So I'm going to pull up one of the tools here. So this is an article, for instance. So it'll pop up in a new window. So you can download this, you can print it, you can share it with your team, whatever's best for you. So now I'm going to go back to the main landing page, and we're going to pull up one of these videos here. All right, so we're going to pull up this video. This will pop up in a new window. So as it's loading, I'll point out your attention that we've got a transcript. So every word that's said is shown on the screen below. And we can also do closed captioning as well. So let's play this video.
Needless to say, the workplace these days has gotten very busy with the economic challenges that every organization across the country and around the world is facing. Organizations everywhere are looking for ways to improve their performance, and a great part of that requires the issue of change to be addressed in very effective ways. But before we talk about change, let's talk about you. Always start change initiatives by controlling what you can control. And one of the key things that you can control is yourself. I'd like to share with you a quick story that was basically evolved from a research project that we did a number of years ago. As we were meeting with an executive at the end of a one-week training program, a senior person in an automobile manufacturing facility, his name was John, he sat down with us and he shared some very tough questions with us. He was overwhelmed by what was going on at work, and he was really feeling a sense of despair, and basically his schedule was completely out of control. And he finally sat down in a chair at the end of this discussion and said, "What do you guys think I should do to turn my situation around?" So we pulled out a sheet of paper and we shared this with him. We said, "John, what do you think you should do to turn this situation around?" So on a piece of paper, he scribbled down some notes, and what I'm about to share with you were the key notes that came out of that discussion. Question number one, and maybe the most important question that I would share with anyone these days, is what is your organization paying you to achieve for them? What results are most critical to your success and the organization's success? Most people believe that they and their boss are on the same pages, but I would submit to you that it's really important to make sure that you and your boss know exactly what you're being paid to accomplish for the organization. What results are most critical to your success? Secondly, what specific things do you need to be doing on a regular basis with great effectiveness to get at those better results? Everybody's busy, but the question is, busy doing what? The issue of how you spend your time every day is going to come up in just a second, but it's really important that you identify the activities that are most important for you to be effective in your job, whether it's coaching or delegation or report writing or process mapping, whatever that issue would be. Are you good at doing those things? Question number three is, do you have a process in place to help you develop and perfect those skills and practices so that you can get at better performance? Once you've identified the key activities for being effective in your job, have you identified how effective you are at performing those activities? The fourth question, and it's the biggest one for most business leaders these days, is how do you spend your time on a daily basis? In our research of over 10,000 professionals across the United States, we have found that the average business professional puts in a long day between 10 and 11 hours, and on average, they have about 2.5 hours of effective, results-oriented work time on a daily basis. Probably a little bit out of whack. The fifth question is, are your working relationships really working? And in many cases, if we improve the quality of the people we work around and the relationships we have with those folks, it can have a great accelerating effect on our ability to get results. Do you monitor and measure your personal performance on a regular basis? Or do you sit back and wait for your boss to tell you how well you're performing? Effective business leaders in the 21st century take adequate care to make sure that they have metrics in place that they can measure and monitor their personal performance on a regular basis. Now, the real question then becomes is, do you have a real plan for improving your operation? Removing performance barriers that can get in the way of people getting things done. That is key to being able to get success, not only for yourself, but for your people and for the operation that they represent. And then finally, who is helping you and holding you accountable with your personal improvement and professional improvement? We have found in our research on high-performance business leaders across the United States and abroad that if they practice these key questions and answer them with great acumen and great clarity on a daily basis, they can improve their personal effectiveness between 19 and 36%. Start by addressing the change issues in your organization, by dealing with the change issues that you need to be working on to improve your personal effectiveness and to get better results for your organizations.
So I don't know about you, but that feels like a really timely video with the circumstances that we're dealing with today. So one other thing I want to point your attention to is this little share icon. So you'll be able to copy and paste this link and share with anyone in your organization. Maybe you thought this was a really great short lesson and some of your team wasn't able to participate in the full session, but you want them to get this snippet. This link has a 2-week expiration date from the date you send it. And you can do that with any of the resources here. So I'm going to close this. And then I want to point your attention to this gray button at the top here that says Ims Quick Coach. So this gives you access to the full microlearning library. So this is over 2,700 resources. And you get access to all of this along with that customized landing page we were just on for 30 days after any IMS session. So there's a number of ways to navigate this site. So you can browse, so you can look at what's most recently added. You can look at collections from a specific thought leader. You can look at some of the main areas that we find leaders are most interested in. And you can also do a search. So for instance, if I know I'm looking for something on accountability, I could type that in. And this will pull up any resources that mention accountability and related to that topic. So once these results pull up, I'm going to show you the filter options. So you can filter by video, by article, by collection, which is more than one resource put together. And classic content are the ones where people maybe have a little bit older hairstyle. The content's still good, they're just a little bit older. Or if you want, you can look at the details here. So for instance, we know this is a video, it's around 6 minutes long. And then we've got some collections, we've got articles, etc. And all of these are things that you can click on and access. And again, you can share for up to 2 weeks with people in your team. So I hope you found this quick overview of things that come along with any IMS registration helpful. All my best.